Yeah, we will do those for sure. Peaches is saying Vanguard Spearhead, try out 2 to 3 Blood Claw squads.
All right,
Interesting.
Let's go. I'll get this set up if you wanna pull up Vanguard.
I'll pull up Vanguard. So here's Vanguard's rule. When each time a range attack targets a friendly Adept Astartes unit, if your unit is outside of 12, -1 to hit and cover. So what this does, it gives you a lot of durability at range, which is quite powerful. I mean, a lot of the most powerful armies in the game do have heavy shooting. So -1 to hit and cover outside 12 inches is always really good. The enhancements, there are actually some really good enhancements. There is a Vect enhancement, can go on any Phobos model. Yep. That's really good. So you can have 2 areas of Vect on the board. There is Shoot and Scoot for Phobos, not very quite good. There is a Stealth and Lone Up for any Adept Astartes model, which is very good. I mean, you can put it on any unit. Then here's the big one, Adept Astartes infantry model. While this model is leading a unit, everything in it has infiltrate. So, is your mind going to where my mind's going?
I don't know. Where's your mind going?
Infiltrating 21 Blood Claws, 9 inches from your opponent's deployment zone.
That's interesting. I was also thinking infiltrating some head takers.
Head takers could be really good in this. Let's look at the strats. So it's defense. So there's defensive. The detachment rule gives you defense at range, which is good. Deadly Prize is any command phase, infantry or mounted, sticky as an objective, and it like lays a mine, and whoever walks on it takes D3 of your opponent's D3 mortals. So that's really good. Sticky objective is really good. Armor of Contempt, pretty standard. Surgical Strikes. Adept Astartes infantry get precision in melee. So that's kind of powerful. We have actually quite a lot of good infantry melee. So getting them precision is good. Head takers kind of get it most of the time anyway, because if you're attacking your quarry, getting on a wolf would be really funny. 3 damage melee. That's 2 CP though, which is pretty damn expensive. Strike from the Shadows. Infantry units, if you are targeting something outside of 12 inches in shooting, you get +1 AP and +1 ballistic skill. And then they take a battle shock. So that's kind of good. There aren't a lot of infantry units. Let me think about this. I mean, there are quite a few infantry units that would love +1 ballistic skill, +1 AP now that I'm thinking about it. Calculated Feint. Adept Astartes infantry. Once your opponent declares them as a charge, in their charge phase, you move D6, or if it's Scout or Phobos, you move flat 6. So that's quite good, is making your opponent's charge D6 harder. And then end of your opponent's fight phase, 2, this is a redeploy, so 2 Phobos or Scout to go back in reserve, or 1 other Adept Astartes infantry.
So that could be useful, because you could do that on head takers, Wolfguard Terminators, a big Bloodclaw brick going back into reserve. Like, there's a lot of play there with that just strat.
There is a lot of play, but let's see if we can get some Bloodclaw squads in here.
Yes.
The question I have is, this is giving you durability at range, which is really good for big infantry squads because they need durability before they get into combat.
Yeah, because when I was first looking at Vanguard, my first thought was, oh, durability at range, but we're trying to get close. But then I was like, well, we might not necessarily be getting close to all their shooting. I could be charging something on the left flank. They try to shoot me from something over on the right flank. I'm getting the protection from it.
Totally. Mm-hmm. But I do love, let's start with this idea, the Wolf Priest and 20 Blood Claws. Wolf Priest with Infiltrate, 20 Blood Claws. Because Wolf Priest gives them +1 to hit wound in melee, so it's a melee buff. It gives them Healing Eye, which is movement and defensive buffs, and they get Infiltrate. So this is just really obnoxious and really funny.
Yep. All right, let's see. And which the Blade Driven Deep, that's the one, right?
Blade Driven Deep.
All right, 25 points, but yeah, that's
hefty.
Yeah, all right, so then we're going to give him, nope, Battleline. Blood Claws. 20 of them. 19, just to get the Sergeant in there.
Yep.
All right, 270 points, but that's 20 Marine bodies.
20 Marine bodies with Infiltrate, -1 to hit, and cover all the time.
Yeah.
So they're
And
quite
this
powerful.
detachment, we're using some strats in this detachment.
Yeah, the strats for sticky, the strats for probably calculated flanked, potentially go back into reserve, potentially what else? Potentially strike from the shadows for +1 AP and +1 ballistic skill.
So I think, do we want Bjorn in this detachment?
You could include him. I mean, he likes -1 to hit and cover outside of 12.
That's what I was thinking. And I think Logan's pretty. We just have to take Logan and everything.
Logan is such a pillar, man. He's such a yeah.
And so if we're taking him, we're giving him a squad because we're not running him by himself.
Yep.
All right, so we give Logan some Wolfguard Terminators. I'm not going to do all their kit out, but it's 4 shield hammer, 1 axe. That's how we like to run it.
We do like it. Peach is saying 2 10-mans just running up. I mean, yeah, 10-mans are quite good, just running up the field. Here's an idea, and let me know if you think this is dumb. If you had to run 30 Wolfen and Murderfang, 60 Wolfen and Murderfang, what detachment would you run it in?
Beast Slayer.
You'd say Beast Slayer for lethals and Blood Surge. Okay. Blood
and
Surge.
you can
would be
attach
out
the
move.
character to one of the units, so
Yep.
you have that OC running up the table with them.
Totally. But here's another idea.
Also, Stormlance. Stormlance would be another good one.
Stormlance, yeah. What if they all could have -1 hit and cover running up the board?
Don't hate that.
Don't hate that at all, right?
No.
I don't know. I'm just kind of making it up. I don't normally run Vanguard, so I'm curious what.
Well, you know who's going to like getting those buffs? Units that want to sit back at 24 inches and rapid fire shoot you.
I mean, yes, you cannot go wrong with Predator Annihilators and Iron Priest.
Yeah. So I think we got to add the double Priest, double Annihilator. I think that's just one Priest is, I think, needs to be in every list, and 2 is not
Totally
really that big an investment.
So hear me out on the Max Wolfen build in Vanguard.
Yeah.
You need them to get OC, so you need Wolf Priests, but you can give a Wolf Priest lone up and stealth, so that way the Wolf Priest can stand in the middle by himself, giving everyone lone up. Kind of interesting.
All right, let's say this. Let's go. Where are they? Oh, no, wrong one.
You could do MSU Wolfen, 4x5 or what is it, 6x5 MSU Wolfen. Running around, kind of hard to shift. They wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, what do you like? You like the 6 5-mans or just the full 3 10-mans? I think if you're running them the hammer with the shields, because we're trying to tech into durability, I think the invul guys are the way to go.
Invulns are the way
plus
to go.
Their
Yeah.
shield, plus their attacks are better.
Yeah,
but they hit better.
Yeah, they like a lot of stuff that this attachment's doing. Again, durability before they get into combat is always good.
And you wanted another Wolf Priest with the Lona.
Mm-hmm. To give them OC.
All right. Oops.
And that is Ghost Weave Cloak.
Ghost Weave Cloak. All right, so that leaves us 110 points. All right, so we could. So basically, it'd be 1 unit or Fenrisian wolves and 1 unit. So we can take 70 points. We could take scouts on the Fenrisian squad because scouts get some buffs in this detachment.
Scouts really do like this attachment.
Or we could take your combi lieutenant with the Fenrisian wolves.
Oh, Peach is saying, don't forget Cav are stupid durable here. You're totally right. -1 to hit and cover out in the open. If you're outside of 12, that's really durable.
So you want to do 20 Wolfen, 2 3-mans of Calv? Because we only got 100. I guess we could do 1 Cav here, but that leaves us 10 points. And we're not getting scouts or Fenrisian wolves. We don't have a lot of real mission play.
I would say 20 Wolfen and
double wolf.
Yeah, because you only have 20 Wolfen, you don't need the Lone Op Wolf Priest because you don't have that many Wolfen. So that would clear up quite a bit of points.
And if you're infiltrating or moving up the other Wolf Priest with the Blood Claws, he could be helping OC them a little bit too.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. And then you have Bjorn in this list, right?
I'm pretty sure we put Bjorn in.
Bjorn also gives them OC. Yeah.
Yes, we have Bjorn. All right, so let's see. We're going to drop one Wolfen.
And one, yep.
Add some Thunderwolves. Yep. I think that's a great call.
And, good point, Peaches. One of the really good strats is sticky in any command phase. So you run up, you kill something on the objective, you sticky at the start of their turn with a infantry or mounted. So that's where Thunderwolf Cavalry get really good. So yeah, Thunderwolf Cavalry are really good in this detachment.
All right, so now we have 195 points left.
Fun. I mean, we've got some tanks, right? We got some Predators. We've got some Iron Priests.
Yeah. Yeah, so because if we
this does benefit infantry shooting. I'm thinking of like what good infantry shooting. There's Eradicators, there's Hellblasters, there's Desolators, there is Centurion Devastators, there's Inceptor. What do you say? Grey Hunters? Grey Hunters. Oh my God. I mean, honestly, Grey Hunters outside of 12 with +1 AP. No, it's not that good. It's not that good.
No. Take a fortification.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Rapid fire on a fortification, by the way.
Oh, and we didn't take the second Vect.
We could take the second Vect on a Combi Lieutenant. That could be really good. Basically, your entire opponent's army is.
Oh, is a Combi Lieutenant Phobos?
Combi Lieutenant's Phobos, unless I'm mistaken. I'll check.
Yeah, because if he is, I don't hate that.
Yeah, Lieutenant with Combi-weapon has Phobos, so he can have Vect, a reactive moving Lone Op Vect aura. That's so good.
Why have we not done this before? Lieutenant and Combi.
The other option is a Gravis Captain with Lone Op and Stealth. That's also really powerful.
Shadow War Veteran, is that the
Shadow War Veteran? Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So he's 100 points now.
So now you have two sources of Vect. They're both obnoxious to deal with.
Do we 5 points and do the 3 with the Calidus?
The Calidus, yeah. Do a third third Vector. Your entire opponent's army is
just
Vector.
do the whole meme. All right,
you know what? Honestly, let's find 5 points and let's do it. That would be really funny.
All right. So Predators.
Right, do you have one Iron Priest or 2?
2.
I would take 1 out because you only have 2 tanks. If you only have 2 tanks, it's not worth. I mean, yeah, you do want it, but
so if we're only going to do 2 tanks, because he's 60 points, so maybe we turn one of these into a Lancer or something, because a regular Predator without the rapid fire isn't that great.
Yes, one into a Lancer would be great. Take out one of the Iron Priests, and then we add in
Gladiator Lancer. This app is annoying. It works so much better on the phone.
It does.
And then we will remove the Iron Priest. All right, so now we have 30 points because we put the Callus in. I believe she's still 100 points.
100 points, yep. 30 points doesn't really get you much. You could upgrade a squad to do something, but not really much you would want to upgrade here.
No.
Predator, maybe one of the. Here's another idea. Dang, that would be 35 points. But I was thinking you could upgrade one of the 3-man cavalry to a 10-man blood claw. It'd be kind of the same idea. Just a skirmishing piece that's like a bunch of OC,
Yeah, I guess you could go double Lancer and drop the Predator, but I like the Predator.
Predator's good.
Yeah, Thunderwolves, Wolfman, Terminators, Blood Claws, Priest, Combi Lieutenant, Priest.
That's going to bother me so much. When you have 30 points left over, you can't spend it on 30 Wolves.
I mean, we could always drop Bjorn Just not that gives another 200 points, and we can put your second squad of Wolfen back in,
Yeah.
or your third squad of Wolfen back in.
The question is, are we going to be using a bunch of strats? Sticky objectives is going to be maybe twice a game. Armor of Contempt, it depends on how often you use that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see you using a lot of strats in this detachment.
And you can always discard a card to get one.
Yeah.
I love you, Bjorn. Let's drop Bjorn, and we'll go back to your. Now,
Triple
do we go
Wolfen.
triple Wolfen, or do we go triple T-Wolf and make one of them a 6-man?
Ooh, a 6-man Thunderwolves. They can't get any melee buffs. So that's kind of, they don't do as much damage as you think they do. Strength 5, like just without any melee buffs is not cutting it. I like Wolfen with Storm Shields because they don't need any melee buffs into most targets.
All right, and so that's 19, but that's the
Calidus.
So now we have 3 Vex, one on a Lone Op Lieutenant, one on a redeploying Calidus, and one on Logan, deep striking turn 1. Most likely, if you want him to, with 5 Terminators, it's hard to shift on an 80 mil base.
But also, Logan can come in on turn 1. Both the Calidus and the guy infiltrate. Calidus redeploys, but you can redeploy Logan or the Lone Op Lieutenant.
With the strat, yeah. Like
and you have an infiltrating 20-man Blood Claw.
You can start Calidus on table, pick her up, drop her and Logan both turn 1 mid-board places, and be like, you're not getting OC all
literally
game.
Yeah, no strats. Like your opponent's entire army is going to be covered with Vect. That is so funny.
I don't know if this is good, but this will annoy the crap
this will annoy the shit out of your opponent. And also think about how many 4-up invulns are in this list that are -1 to hit and cover. All the Wolfens, all the Thundercav, all the Terminators.
I want to take this to a team event, and when the people look at the list, they're like, can you beat this? Yeah, but I don't want to fucking deal with that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, I'll pass on it. This is so funny, man. I love this.
Yep. Dude, I really like this list, honestly. This would
it's
be
funny
fun.
Because these are really not seen detachments.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was telling you earlier. The Space Wolf little bit that we get, Iron Priest, our combat, can make almost any detachment can be viable and win games when you add Space Wolf units into it.
Yeah, totally. Peaches is saying drop a Blood Claw squad and try head takers in their place with wolves if points allow. Yeah, I mean, I thought about instead of a Wolfen squad with those extra 30 points, maybe you do a 6-man head takers or something.
Yeah, but we only had one Blood Claw squad, so we can't drop it, or we could drop it to a 10-man, but we didn't take multiple. We only took the 120.
Head takers could be good in this attachment. The one thing with head takers, if they don't have any access to +1 to wound, you need to take them with Wolf Priests, right? If the detachment like Beastslayer or Hunter or Gladius all have access to +1 to wound in strat form, if you don't have that, you really want to take them with the Wolf Priest because they don't, unless they're against their quarry, they're not doing as much damage as you want them to do. Yeah.
Well, I've been running on Bold without it though, but I run them with Ragnar.
Oh, Ragnar slams.
And there's so many attacks at strength 5 to 6, -2 that even without the +1, they still shift most stuff fairly decently.
I bet they do.
In that detachment, they have access to lethal too. So.
Oh yeah, lethals is really good, especially with all those attacks.
Yeah, +1's better, but lethal helps.
This would be such a funny list. I would love to run this at a team event, like you said.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, we got 3, I think, pretty viable lists that you could take to an event and not feel like you have no chance.
Totally.
Like some of them can get countered by certain things. So you're probably, like we keep saying, you're not going to win with these detachments a major, but you can win your local RTT. You could maybe a little 50-man 5-round if the pairings go your way. You could win stuff like that with these. All 3 of these, I would say. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, all of these have their own strengths. They're all kind of different builds. You know what I mean? Which is really cool to see that Space Wolves have multiple different builds within this codex.
Yeah, and just a few games I've had where Logan on his 80 mil survived for 3 turns in the middle of the army, and they can't do half the stuff they would do with strats. I can't imagine having the 3. This would be fun, even if I lost every game, just annoying the crap out of people.
Annoying the shit out of your opponent.
It would be hilarious.
And you're like running away when they charge you and they fail the charge. You're like, I don't want to spend 2 CP on the reroll. You know, like that would be so funny.
Yeah, the lone out guy moves away, then runs from their charge, then
Oh my
redeploys. Oh my god, this
Logan is just stupid durable, man. Oh my god.
yeah. Oh, we're gonna run away from Logan. Okay, well he's going back into reserve and gonna deep strike back in.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, I like this. All right, cool. Well, we're at an hour and 10. We've got 3 lists